in a world far away past the Lemonade River. And over the marshmallow hills lay the magnificent kingdom of Candyttopia. It wasn't just a place, it was a dazzling, delicious dream come true. The ruler of this land was King Gumdrop, a kind old man whose beard was spun from white cotton candy. His castle, perched on the highest peak, was made entirely of gingerbread, with towers frosted in vanilla icing and windows that shimmered like clear melted sugar. The roads in Candyttopia were not paved with stone, but with smooth pink bubblegum, and lined with tall spiraled peppermint sticks that smelled minty fresh every morning. Instead of grass, the meadows were covered in soft spearmint leaves and dotted with giant jelly bean bushes that produced every color imaginable. Children loved to run through these fields, scooping up handfuls of the sweet treasures. Every morning, the sky would rain down tiny glittering sugar crystals instead of dew, making the whole kingdom sparkle under the sun. This was the signal for the Candyttopia citizens, the Toffee Trolls, the lollipop fairies and the chocolate workers to begin their day. The chocolate workers were a friendly group who lived in the lowlands, near the hot cocoa lake. This lake was always warm, and its banks were lined with creamy white chocolate. They spent their days carving logs of solid dark chocolate into beautiful furniture and delicious boats. The lollipop fairies were in charge of the lollipop forest, where trees grew in every flavor from strawberry to lime. They used their magic to keep the lollipop stalks tall and sturdy. At night, the tops of the lollipops would softly glow, lighting the path for anyone who walked by. But the most important job belonged to the Toffee Trolls. They were the ones who managed the enormous bubbling caramel river that flowed through the center of the kingdom. They stirred the rich thick caramel with long candied spoons to make sure it never cooled and hardened. The caramel was used to hold all the sugary buildings together. One day, a young caramel river apprentice named Pip noticed something strange. A large sour licorice root had somehow drifted into the caramel river. If this sour root was not removed, it would ruin the entire batch of caramel, and the whole kingdom could melt. Pip knew he had to be brave. He grabbed a giant gummy worm rope and tied it around his waist. He plunged into the thick, warm river and swam toward the dark root. The current was heavy, but Pip was strong. He looped the gummy worm rope around the licorice root and pulled with all his might. The Toffee Trolls on the bank cheered him on. With one final heave, Pip pulled the sour licorice root out of the caramel river. The river immediately returned to its perfectly sweet, flowing state. King Gumdrop, seeing Pip's bravery, honored him with the highest award in Candyttopia, a shiny rainbow rock candy crown. From that day on, the kingdom was safe and sweet. The gingerbread houses stood tall, the jelly beans were plentiful, and the caramel river flowed warmly under the glowing lollipop forest. Everyone in Candyttopia lived happily, enjoying their beautiful, simple, and delicious land.